Tom might be busy. Wait,
Nope,
are you busy?
that's
You're good?
okay.
Okay,
No,
you're good.
Linus,
Okay.
my number one homie, Linus, my son, he just came
Yeah.
and said, "What's up?" He's like, "Man, I'm having a hard time sleeping." I said, "Check with Mama."
You should just have him on the show. He should be a guest contributor.
Agreed.
All right, I'm gonna do my sharing. Tom, take the wheel.
All right, cool, guys. As you can see, we got Mikey here, Comic Book Genie, the man behind Frankenstein. He's got big news for us. Lots of new shit in the works, so it's really exciting. It's new comic book day, guys, so it's minute to win it. This is where, we talk about just nothing. Why John shares all of his favorite places to Facebook and YouTube. And if you guys are starting to watch this, or you're watching it later, leave a comment, say what's up. We want to hear from who's watching this. But we wanted to bring Mikey on today because to bring the good news. And so me and John are going to kind of forego, the normalcies. But I want to say, guys, I've missed you. I'm sorry I bailed on John last week. It was a mystery where I
forgot
was.
about that.
And so I want to say I got my booster shot, and then it knocked me out that night. I didn't mean it for it to, but I fell asleep at like 5 p.m. and then just slept right through any of John's messages and woke up later that night like, oh no.
Oh my God.
And then before that, it was like, it's been a thing after thing. So I just have missed a comic book look. Johnny boy, I've missed you. So, dude, I want to officially out to the public apologize.
Oh my God.
For bailing on you last week, bro. It was not what I meant to do.
That was fantastic. Well, no apologies needed for sure. It's all good. Because I was just like, I guess I'm just going to go because we wanted to watch Hawkeye. So it was just like, we're going to go ahead and do this thing. It was a 12-minute video of excitement and glory. So,
and that's perfect, man. All right. Start us off, man. Start us off.
All right. We're going to start it off. As per tradition, you guys, best drum roll that a glass desk can muster. Hey everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy John on Demand, aka Chun-Li Warrior Buns this evening. Feeling fierce, fresh, and trying to catch up to Tom with that Highlander life. But, I got a long way to go. It's all good. Speaking of Tom, he's my co-CEO. There can only be one. And you guys, we are joined by he who grants wishes, makes magic happen. It's your boy Mikey Martinez, aka Comic Book Genie. Yeah, we're so excited to have you. How are you?
I'm super good. I love you guys. Let's just get that out of the way. I love you guys. Yeah, and I'm here to talk about whatever and my favorite subject, which is comics. So
yes. Well, we are excited to have you.
Exactly, bro. So excited to have you. And my favorite guy in the 605. We share the comic book connection, but me and Mikey also like skateboarding. We've watched the Battle at the Barracks recently. We got to get caught up. I want to say, for any of you guys who like skateboarding out there, I'm sure it's not a huge crossover, but I have found some dudes online on Instagram that you follow, and then all of a sudden, boom, look at who they're following, all these skateboarders. So it could be some more skate fans in comics besides me and Mikey. But you guys, the most epic game of skate is happening right now, and it's over at Barracks. So if you're on YouTube, maybe after this one, go check out some Battle at the Barracks. There was a legendary face-off between Nyjah and P-Rod just check that one out. That's the two biggest names in skateboarding possibly ever besides Hawkman. So now back to comics, Mikey. Super stoked to have you, dude. What's up, man? You've been tattooing all the time and still being able to do comics. Tell us, how is that working?
Yeah, man. It's already like time has flown by, man. But to make a long story short, I think a lot of people thought that I fell out of the scene, and it was like, nah, I'm just now on night shift, and I do tattoos in the day.
Yeah,
and it's like. It's been super helpful with it actually everything fell in line with the developing the skill level of the comics too, because there's just like all these things that I just wasn't even like paying attention to, and then the fact that like no matter how good your illustration skills, when you get tattooing, man, it is like such a humbling thing, because it gets you right back to stage one, and you're just like, oh, am I really this not as good as I thought it was, or kind of thing. And and through this, I was able to actually, because my tattoo mentor is my one of my best friends from high school, his older brother. So my best friend Zach, his older brother Nathan, their dad was our art teacher in high school, Mr. Libe. And yeah, and so like he was actually like one of the only teachers that actually I actually could learn from, because he wouldn't teach me so much, but I could like watch what he was doing, and it like things started clicking off, and now I've actually like last year this time did this kind of mentor thing with him. So he was kind of through with me the whole process of Frankie 2. So we went through Frankie 1, and right here we went through this. This is my copy that's like got all sorts of crazy notes and stuff in it.
Nice.
But yeah, we went through this and kind of like went through what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, and then that developed kind of like a curriculum to study by. So like this one was kind of a focus was the strengths were the facial expressions, and the weaknesses were like some of the anatomy, especially with the horses. So if you can kind of tell that the horses from Frankie 1 to like Frankie 2 are like almost like night and day. And I wouldn't have really I don't know, John, if you got to see.
Oh yeah.
But
there you go.
you're just night and day. Even some of the back stuff, like here, some of these panels. But yeah, to make another long story short, was kind of like allowing him to break everything down on his level of like, yeah, you got super strengths here, but you're not as strong as you think you are here. And so you can, I feel like that's why Breaking 2 is so special right now, is because like you can see the artistic growth from 1 to 2, and it's so dramatic that it's kind of like, it's almost like I wish I had done that on different books so that there could be more consistency between 1 and 2.
Yeah, don't worry about that, Mikey.
Yeah.
You'll see that your entire career. You know what I mean?
That's me nitpicking, bro.
Yeah.
Don't get twisted. Yeah, I'm super nitpicking. So,
and I've heard other artists say that, where they're like, "Oh man, I wish I could." It's like, hey, to the reader, we just love to see the growth. It can happen over the same series. I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I hope that like one day, like even if it's like in like 50 years or something, that like someone at the Frankie 1 level could go, oh, and then go to Frankie 2 and be like, oh yeah, like it's possible. And that was just like, that's less than a year.
Yeah.
So like that, so now everything has already been modeled out pretty much for Frankie 3 and 4, which are both 50 big ones each too.
Yeah.
So by the time we get done with this thing, it's been at least 200 pages. Is wild to think about. And we're already, we're already what? About 100 deep.
That's just crazy.
100 plus with extra stuff. So
yeah, you gotta be proud of yourself, man.
Special things in the works for the Frankie 2 with Rainbow. We're actually doing like the combo, so it'll be like everybody who didn't get to. I can't even do this right. I'm sorry. Do Frankie 1, and so that way they don't have to just jump into 2. Rainbow, we're gonna do like a combo, so they'll be together. This right here, we got shouts out to Clara Meath, another local legend. She did our cover for this one. And so there's going to be there'll be things in the works for her too, to get some signings for her. Because, she's local legend. So shout outs to Claire. Claire, I don't know if you're watching this, but you dope as fuck. So keep it up. And then the next is definitely Miles and I are still getting the whole Robot Dance Club 1 through 3 volume.
Oh, cool.
To work out perfectly, because there's still some edits on that. We might be looking at that around like springtime next year. But so and then and then that leads into the other secret stuff that I was showing everybody on the side, and now it's a successful Kickstarter, man. It's still got like 30 something days, and we're just chilling, man. We're big chilling. Pretty wild. I really thought I was stressing to like the last 24, and I was gonna have to like push it through on my end, but it was successful after 4 days. So I got mad people out there, or some like, people who were my fans that didn't know it and saw it on Kickstarter and they were like, oh yeah, let's do this. So that's super exciting. That, and then I mean that y'all have me bring the book out just to show.
Yeah, hold on. I got a lot of questions for you. You will put that thing down. These guys don't even know what we're talking about yet.
Oh yeah. My bad. I always assume everybody knows everything about me, so I got a ridiculous.
So I'm gonna give some people some context now. All right. So Kickstarter, a lot of people go there for comics. I've gotten plenty of comics from Kickstarter, but everybody knows what that is, right? Crowdfunding. Well, recently Mikey started a crowdfunding his own comic book called Sweet Cheeks, and it's a sexy vampire comic book. And I didn't have, I mean, I knew you teased it, but I had no idea you were going Kickstarter route. John, did you know that he was going to start a Kickstarter?
I did not know you were going to start a Kickstarter until you sent it, in Messenger, which I thought was awesome. And I have it pulled up right now, and I see we still have 37 days to go. Yeah. So my biggest question is, are you going to set even higher carrots, incentives, now that you're past the finish line, as it were?
That's the big question. I've been getting hits on that. The biggest one so far is an additional sketchbook.
Okay.
Because I guess everybody's like super interested in what's in the blue book, but originally I already had planned to have like around 7 to 10 pages in the back of the book that were sketches anyway. Because like I put the project through so that I could buy the best books that I can get through the publisher from the printing group that I go through. So they're going to be like even finer quality than the Franklin. I don't know if anybody's ever touched these, but these are like they got a different texture. And that's the only big thing was like, well, I guess I could do an update that says like, if we can get it past this goal. It's got, honestly though, like I'm going to be like super, not that I'm not honest, but like just to put it all out there, like I'm so overwhelmed by like how crazy that went that like I'm kind of expecting to die tomorrow or something, because it's just been going so good. Like my life has been going so good that I'm just like, oh, there's a curveball around here or something. Like I'm about to lose my leg or something, like knock on wood. But that's how amazing it's been lately. And the idea that, that there won't be any struggle for me and my family anymore is like, oh, dude, like comics didn't have to even work out. And now comics is going to work out even better, because there's absolutely like, granted, you get really good stuff with pressure, but I don't think I was getting good stuff with pressure. And now I'm getting like really good stuff with a different type of pressure. So it's like all the goals that were before, like I got some separate goals coming out next year, but most of the goals weren't big enough. And now the goals are like, they're going to be, like even if things don't work out, like I've already lived like a really cool life with whatever's happened. So like, like I've already won the lottery in some senses. I mean, look at me. I'm a sexy motherfucker. I don't know if I can say that. I'm a sexy dude, man. So
this is the comic book HBO. You're fine.
You're definitely a sexy motherfucker. And I definitely agree. So how did you think? So first of all, I think the couple reasons why the Kickstarter is successful is you went erotic, you went sexy with it, you went comedy and sexy. So even anybody who looks on that is so appealing. It's just something that you're not seeing every single day. Me and John works in a goddamn comic shop. I
don't see a lot of sexy comics though.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely see sexy comics. That's me and John's bread and butter. Don't get me wrong. But they're rarely are they super sexy and funny. That is the thing that splits it apart. So I think that played well for you. And then I think you have built up enough, right? I mean, people know you as a good tattoo artist now in town. People now know you as the person who have done all of these different books. So now it was way easier for you to get those backing. My only feedback is, bro, yeah, you went way too light. You should have bumped those numbers up. That's why I think John's right. You got to put some sort of stretch goal in there so we can bust that thing to like 15 grand. You know what I mean? And get this out there.
You too much, dude. Like you guys, man, you guys are like, I know y'all fans, but you guys are like so friendly with me that like I can't. Sometimes I don't know if I could take you serious when you say things like that. But
serious, bro.
Yes.
you know, like I always hope for the best, but honestly, like I just needed like 2K. I just needed 2K,
honestly,
and it's gonna work out.
Dude, you could have got 2K in like one day. That's the thing where you did. So it's like,
well, that's the thing too, though. I hope that this leads to like a thing that I can do, like hopefully like 4 times a year.
Yeah.
To where I can like, you know, like it's just, I just want to, since I couldn't build audiences in other places, like I like really struggle with Facebook, Instagram, any of the online art hubs, like, dude, you like I was just the type of person that like just got lost, like would just get lost. And I've been avoiding Kickstarting and crowdfunding type platforms for like a while now. And I don't know if you remember the Wilbur one that happened like a year and a half ago, but that turned me off too, man. Like, yeah, I kind of like, I think I blew up my balloon too big for that. And I burst my own balloon on that. And it was just like, man, I feel like that should have worked.
Yeah, but it's different, man. You're doing a sexy adult comic that's comedy against, you know, a nostalgia play for only people that went to Gigglebees, which that's me. But still, it's a drastic difference in who your audience can be. So now that we're talking about sexy comics, now let's see that sketchbook. Let's see a little bit about our sexy vixen. Who are the characters of Sweet Cheeks? What are we getting into here?
Oh, okay. So basically our main character is this vampire girl named Sweet Cheeks. And she's basically got one minion guy that like going back and forth on names. And then another guy, right now his name's Brino.
I love that.
And then
oh, hell yeah.
Added some characters in there that are like her little like goblin minions. Right, and you know me, I'm always drawing goblin stuff. So, so then, like one of the goblins ended up having like kind of like elongated nose, look a little more like a phallus, you know, like kind of more like dick looking nose, and I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna work. That works. So, and then most of the sketchbook right now was in the these were like a lot of the sketchy stages, and then I'll show you some of the page planning. Here's one of the goblin guys.
Oh, that's gnarly, bro.
Kind of a Joker-esque smile.
Yes.
You know, and then that like kind of like the labyrinth goblin-ish is, and then so then here's like this kind of like how I plan pages.
Oh, interesting. There's your layouts, like getting it all set up.
And then you'll see like when I take it into Clip Studio, I get like I can then get more manga-esque with a lot of like speed lines and things like that.
Taylor Davis has a comment here. John, throw that thing up.
I'm gonna fly through those comments actually because we had a lot of participation. First of all, Chad is checking in to say,
yo, Chad,
man.
What's up, bro? How you doing, man? One of my favorite pictures is with Chad. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. From YouTube, James is checking in. Good evening, you fine gentlemen. So, Mikey, James is doing the B cover for the program.
Nice.
Yeah, and James, Mikey is doing the A cover. Yeah. From the West Coast, Sleepy Reader. Hello, comics lookers. Hello to you. Taylor's first comment. Whoa, I tuned in at the right time. Love hearing about sexy comics.
Exactly.
We got Bill in the building saying comic book lookers assemble. So the comments doing that cutoff thing. Daniel is weighing in saying sexy comics sounds like a beer name. I am all about beer names.
Yes.
Taylor's comment, Sweet Chicks, Vampires, I'm sold. Where can I get this comic? So, Mikey, one neat thing about Taylor also works for Rainbow Comics. She's from our Lincoln, Nebraska store.
Oh, what's up, Taylor? I gotta
Yep.
visit you guys. Y'all
Yep.
will have a visit from us when we get the Frankenstein 2 thing going.
Yes. And then she follows up with the sketchbook tour is dope. I want more of this. And then Nick is checking in with saying
my man,
Mikey is
Nick.
the man. Yeah, which Nick
Nick's
has a
got
little.
new,
Nick's
cover
got something cooking too. So,
Yes.
oh yeah.
Nick, you'll have to come on, man. You got to come on a comic book look.
Yep.
It's about time we heard from Nick.
Oh man! And then Taylor follows up with "Can't wait for the visit." So
Yeah.
So, Mikey, let's answer. Where can they find? How can they get their hands on this comic?
Oh, Kicks. The Sweet Cheeks Kicks is on Kickstarter.
I got
It's
the
under
link. I got the
graphic novels. Yeah, if you guys don't have the link, you can. The link's on my Instagram and Facebook. Otherwise, just message me and I can shoot. But basically, I just go into Kickstarter and I do Sweet Cheeks graphic novel, and it usually pulls up. And then Frankenstein 2, actually, digital copies already available on Amazon. I think you just got to go to Amazon, and I don't think it's with Comixology, because I think Comixology stopped their submission for now.
Gotcha. That's fine. You guys got print copies. I'm seeing it. I'm waiting for that sucker. So you know what?
Yeah, no, there's already Claire's cover. There's already a batch coming in. I don't know when it'll be in, but and then, like I said, with Rainbow will have their exclusive, which will be more of like a volume 1, because it'll have 1 and 2.
And it's gonna be delightful.
Yeah, and they'll have different covers and things. So it'll everything that we do that I'd like to be a part of. I like to do a little special something. So
we did have another comment come in from James here. The way you described your book, Mike, it reminded me a little of the Penthouse comics from many years back. Or am I too far off?
No, I mean, you're in the vein. Honestly, like, if we're gonna pull like biggest influence for this would be, I'm a big Amanda Connor fan, and her book, The Pro.
Yes,
bro.
Yes.
Bro, that is such an underrated piece of art that, like, I just wanted to do. I just like, honestly, like, those are like my goals, is to be in the same, or like, oh, you like this person and you like this book, you might want to check out this book. If I can be in, like, you might want to check in this book, like 3 stages down, even minimum, like, hopefully Sweet Cheeks pulls up. So, like, when people are like, oh, I love Merca's Sweet Paprika.
Yeah.
I like The Pro. Oh, well, then you might like Mikey's Sweet Cheeks.
Yeah.
And then when you see that it's like a nice book, right? And it's not, I'm not trying to finagle to make extra money on that end, that the physical book is nice and it smells new and all that, like, we're good. I wish I could do more things with the book, like make like smelly scratch covers and put like perfume in it and other things like that. But
oh yeah, dude, that's funny. That's a stretch goal. You get to $10,000, then you'll spray perfume on all of the fucking book.
that's not a bad idea, right? Like actually putting that as a stretch goal, like like Sweet Cheeks will bless it herself. Actually, to get real a little on the dirty side, there's some artists, some female artists that do paintings where they basically like print their body on the canvas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking about doing like a sketchbook where like you'd have an imprint of a lady's social security or something.
You should do a $10,000 stretch goal where they get an imprint of your dick.
Oh, that's another thing. Everybody's been asking about the werewolf one, the werewolf schlong, and how big is it gonna be?
It's got to be big.
Oh, it'll please the audiences. I'm telling you, it'll please. If anything, I hope I go down in the world of comics as that one dude who drew that massive werewolf dick. Like, that would be great. Like, I will take that, man. Like, I will take it, dude. Give me the badge. Give me the con shows. Like, I'm there. Yeah, I don't know his name. You know the guy who did the big old werewolf cock that you see everywhere? Yeah, I know that. That's him. Like that. That'd be
great.
So, I was gonna ask too. I was kind of giggling earlier, like when I first pulled up the Kickstarter. The way you worded some of these prizes is
I got it.
so funny. Like, I love that. Was that all you? That was
It's
all
not
you?
all me though. Nah, I
Okay.
can't take credit.
Yeah.
There's been like honestly, my partner in crime. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce that he's involved with it, but I don't think he'll
Oh.
care. Is Zeke?
Oh.
Oh
Zeke
yeah,
is my
the
mastermind,
homie.
Okay.
bro. Zeke's my
Yeah.
mastermind, bro. He's like he honestly like he's my Alfred to my Batman, bro. Like he's always on call. He'll take a phone call. He'll call me back if he can. And same, like if I don't answer, like Zeke knows that. Like I'll give you a call back, bro. Like full attention.
That's
And the
awesome.
way
And
he
he's a
thinks.
good ass writer.
Oh
So
man. Oh yeah. And he's one of just to give context. Zeke is one of the authors for Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And he's also the author for another book that we had going with Empire that's still it's gonna be going through Zeke's label now, which is Pendragon.
Nice.
But he'll have the other one, which was Psycho City Slayers, because that's already that. I mean, there's probably like 5 books that we've got that are mapped out, and the time just needs to be taken on them. Just like that Wilbur comic that is like pretty much done, and now it's just gonna go nowhere, and it's all right. It's totally okay.
Yeah, exactly. Move on. You just
Totally
keep
good.
moving on.
Yeah. There's more stuff to move on, and if Wilbur got the attention that we thought it would at the Kickstarter, they give you a different story.
Yep.
Right, that's just how the way the cookie crumbled. The dice is we gotta leave them where they lie.
Exactly, and guess what? It's okay, especially when you're rolling
Yeah.
freaking 11s and 7s only with this new Kickstarter, bro. So yeah.
And then next year is ridiculous, and it's gonna be ridiculous because I'll be at a point in a few months to where like things are really now lined up to where I can do my tattooing. I'm not burnt out on art, and then when I get home, like I can really concentrate on the things that I want to take to the next level. Because it's like what happens as artists, man. And I know Nick probably knows this. Rose out there knows this. Andy, God, everybody that we mess with. Travis, Dylan, Dakota Kid, Lamont. These are the Clara. These are the top artists in our area. Like Amanda, like they're the bee's knees. Like there's if you're good at art, I know you, bro. I know you. If you do good art, I know you, and I know your Instagram, and I've seen you at some of the booths or things like that. And because it's really weird, the art community in Sioux Falls is very like it's very inclusive, and then the comic book scene is like this, like what the art scene should be in Sioux Falls, because it's super like it's super open to like everybody. We just share information. Like we go back and forth. We do projects together. I mean, like there's been so many times where we just haven't gotten projects off the ground because everybody's just got so many different things, and they're trying to make it in the industry in so many different ways because there's just all these pathways, and the majority of the pathway you see is through the cons. And now that we're past 2020, we've got a whole new perspective on how to play this game. And I don't even know what I was talking about, dude. You got to give me. I'll just start yapping.
I love it, Johnny.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you ask me a question, I'm not even sure I answered it, so I apologize.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, and we appreciate, dude. No, you gave us so much good information here. I want to throw it over to Runyon.
Yeah.
John, did you get any? I know we're not going over all our books, but tell me, give me a rundown of some of the good books you picked up today. It is still New Comic Book Day.
Well, I was treated to, and I lifted this up previously, but on that Frankenstein front, I did have an issue 2 waiting for me in the box, so I was very excited about that. And you know what's funny? We just had breakfast with Mikey, and the book was there, and I did not bring a Sharpie along, so I feel like there's a certain time and place to ask for that autograph.
Yeah.
And so we'll just think about that and maybe save it for a con or something or whatever.
Hey, when we give the special books to Rainbow, we should just do like a session where I'll just head over there and you let whoever wants their book signed, and then we'll just sign them or whatever.
Yes. And you guys, the rainbow one is going to be delightful. I can't say anything. It's got to happen. It's going to be amazing. So it's going to be delightful. But, what books did I get? That's a great question. We did get asked. Taylor was just wondering if Tom, if either of us got Wonder Woman Historia.
I didn't. Did you get it, John?
I did not, Taylor, but I had a few customers point out the artwork on the inside was fantastic. And so it was a heavy week for me, actually. So when you're asking me about picking a couple, great question.
Well, pull up the stack. Let's see how many you got then.
Okay, so that's complicated because there's 2 bags.
Oh, okay.
But of note, these were naughty purchases, but I got these art books from Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
and so they are very big, very thick on the spine. So I got both of them, the Eastern and the Western. I'm playing this game right now online. And so I'm very excited. It's Art of the Revolution. And then it's Eastern memories and Western memories. And I am just so freaking excited about these. So they were on the new wall. I'm not sure who ordered them. Whoever did was playing dirty at the shop because, of course, I'm going to get them because I love Final Fantasy. But one book I did try out today just because I was curious, and this was not in my initial pickup, and this is why I have 2 bags, is I got Animal Castle.
Yeah, I got that too.
I was just curious more than anything because I'm like, Stray Dogs ended up being a lot of fun.
I was going to say, is it a Stray Dogs ripoff? If it is, I don't care. Stray Dogs
no,
is fun.
It's not. It's just like, to me, it's kind of in that same vein of it's more animal-centric versus like superheroes. And so I got that plus the blank because we know how I feel about blank covers. So
of course, I mean, you can't just. This is John Running. We're talking about people. You can't just buy one copy of something.
But to see the rest of the set, oh my god, this is gonna be a
While John's looking, I do want to just shout out John.
Oh, no.
I yelled at John. John was behind the counter and I picked this out. But Danny DeVito is writing a story about the Penguin in this Batman Villains, and so I had to get the Penguin cover. But
yes,
it says DeVito on the cover, and I was like, "What?" And then I checked it here, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, right here, Danny DeVito, writer. So he's writing a Penguin story, which is wild. Of course, he played the Penguin in Batman Returns, but yeah, so I had to pick this up.
So this is the stack. And I got this Marvel Universe map by map thing. And this book, the cover is just fantastic. Galactus is hanging out there. This is a hardbound. It just talks about all the different environments. It's like kind of like a Marvel Universe handbook or handguide, whatever. So it just kind of talks about the different scenes and stuff. And I'm really excited to thumb through that and geek out. But yeah, I got this cover for my villains one. I just loved Poison Ivy. I thought it was a lot of fun. Fast forwarding, I went with this cover for Venom. I love the green on it, and I love Venom. Anyways, I also got the A cover because, like you said, I can't decide. And then, in the spirit of all things Hawkeye, I actually wanted to give a shout out to Phoenix Song Echo, which is a character that's featured in the Hawkeye show right now. So I was like, oh, I liked issue 1, so I'm going to continue rocking with it. And so I am. No, I'm definitely going to go with that. Taylor says, I was wildly disappointed by that Marvel map book.
Ooh, did you make a big mistake, John? Who knows? Taylor, I love it though. You know, but
Taylor tells it like it is. For me, what I liked about it though was that I've been to pretty much all of these places through my reading. And so that's why I got it, was it really does a good job of stitching it together. And then it has other things too, just beautiful flows of pages. With some mappy stuff in there too. So I don't know.
Yeah, and Taylor, I want to say John has a long history of just loving things that I don't like at all. So I mean, you know, it could just be one of those things, Taylor. You may not like it be the best thing in the world for John. Yeah. That's kind of how it works.
Oh, she says it's map by map and it's way too many words, which is fair. It is a lot of reading. Yeah. So I completely hear that. But I was so excited about it. Derek actually set it aside for me only because Galactus was on the cover.
Yeah. I assumed that as well. I mean, you see Galactus, you know, John
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it. Yeah.
Nah, that's sick, man. Awesome. Like awesome pickups, man. Great. Johnny, great week.
All is well. But yeah, that's enough out of my stack. What about you, man?
I did. That's about it. I had here's my stack. You guys can see it from afar. I'm dropping some Scumbag Chew. Scumbag Chew. That's probably the cool ones that I got. I think there's a Spawn in here maybe. And I still like Spawn. I do want to say I'll just always shout it out right there. Still only $2.99. It's almost worth buying the book just to support our boy Todd McFarlane holding the friggin' line.
Yep.
I mean, he has to make like nothing on that book. I mean, good thing he can get his numbers up high enough because it's like it costs a lot to print a book. So man, good on Todd. Thanks for keeping that line.
I'm gonna grab something real quick in the vein of Todd because I love that guy so much. Hang on.
Hell yeah, dude. Grab it.
I'll be right back. Over.
But yeah, man. So I got a good stack, but it's definitely not like yours. But I burned through 5 books earlier today, John.
Yeah.
And my backward stack, I used to be able to fit it in Tupperware. After last week, it got too big where the lid wouldn't fit on. So I've been having to read down, and then I got there. But then after I have to add these comics, it's going to be back up again. So I do have some work to do on that backlog.
Man, no, I hear that, dude. I got a 4-day weekend coming up. I'm going to be reading up a storm, hopefully. So,
nice. All right, Mikey, show us what you got. Todd McFarlane, what up?
All right. I'm a big Sean Murphy fan, so I love the White Knight series. I love all of his work, right? And love Batman. So when I saw this, and then I realized I had some tattoo money that I could spend on things that I like now.
What? You got the bike?
Yes, the full White Knight bike from Todd McFarlane.
That
this is one of my favorite things, bro. It's so it is so in the vein of 17-year-old Mikey, but fuck, dude. Excuse my language, but this makes me so happy.
Yeah,
I don't know why, man. And it's so big, oh, it's so great, dude. I'm sorry, man. I just love that thing. Awesome. I don't get to show that off, and I was just like, oh.
Yes.
I mean, Sean Murphy is an artist of our generation, so it's really cool. I'm glad he's getting his own little universe and series, and they're having toys after.
He deserves it.
So much success. Looks like he's going Batman Beyond next, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with it, dude. So
I can't either because I was working on some Batman stuff of my own otherworldly stuff, and now that I've read some of the things he's doing, I'm like, oh, I can't do what I wanted to do anymore. Can't do it. And I knew that was a fire idea. Someone was going to do it eventually.
Yeah. That's crazy. Awesome, man.
Yeah, Brookings Bookstore knows what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about.
Brookings Bookstore knows what's up.
Well, sweet, man. Well, this was awesome tonight, Mikey, and it sounds like
thank you so much.
You got a lot going on and a lot of cool things on the horizon for yourself.
Always staying busy. If you guys are interested in tattoos, reach out to me. Right now they're $80 still. And then you guys are my family, so y'all just get whatever you want. And then Tom and I, we're gonna get together. John, we always get together anyway. But I just wanted to, you guys deserve your flowers for what you guys have done for this area, this scene, comic books in general. And I really hope that in the future that we get a book going where y'all can be involved in it. And,
thanks, Mikey. We appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man, that's awesome feedback. Yeah, we love the scene. You guys have embraced us as well. I mean, we're kind of the Wild West on YouTube up in here, and you guys have been so supportive, and we love you guys. So.
Hey, go everybody that's interested, go back and listen to my first podcast with these guys. I don't know if they have it still.
Oh yeah. Oh
man,
still out there.
Oh, dude, I just love you guys so much, and that's why I will always say yes to any podcast stuff because I just have so much fun with you guys. You guys are so great.
Oh yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Well, awesome. Taylor is sliding in here. Make a tattoo trip to Lincoln for her.
Taylor, you got to come up to Sioux Falls, and when you come up to Sioux Falls, you can just come roll through the shop.
Yep, just put a shift in at the shop, get ink done.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. You come up for something, we'll make some kind of excuse.
Yeah. You should schedule a shift and then call in sick. Don't tell Dave I said that on our.
Well, now it's recorded for all history. John.
There's that too.
You're already going to have a meeting with HR for all my penis comments tonight anyway.
Yeah, this is going to be hashtag werewolf cock.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But no, seriously, it is a very cool set of projects here, and things are looking great on your Kickstarter. And congratulations on meeting your goal. There's so many times that we see these where they don't, or they cut it real close. And I mean, you still got 37 days. So yeah, I'll be curious to see what you would if you throw in some extra little perks or something and just kind of see where you can take it.
Have to. I think the fun idea too, just to throw a fun one at you, was to have a custom Sweet Cheeks tissue box.
Sure.
That's so funny. Yeah.
So I'll leave you with that. That's how awful.
That's some wisdom right there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love it.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't have anything else out of my stack, so Tom, it was a huge week, but
yeah,
oh my
man.
God, book overload. Blah.
Yeah, man. But hey, what a great episode, huh, John? Great.
We slayed it. Yes, it's always a good episode when Mike is involved.
That's right.
Oh yeah, it's 3 hours gone by already, because that's how usually it goes. Start talking and hours go by.
Well, very cool. Well, Mikey, where can folks find you? So I put the Kickstarter link already in the comments of the video, but where can folks find you on the socials?
Yeah. The social medias is Mikey B. Martinez, I believe, and then Mikey Martinez Tattoos on Instagram, and then Facebook. Same thing. So if it's Mikey B. Martinez, it's probably me. And then like I said, the Frankenstein's on Amazon as digital. The physical stuff's coming, and then Sweet Cheeks on the Kickstarter. So you got the link, John. You're a dream. Appreciate you, bro. And Tom, I'll get with you, bro. Yeah.
Of course, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys, again, be on the lookout for the Frankenstein Volume 1. So issues 1 and 2 compiled together. There is a Rainbow Comics exclusive cover on the horizon, and very excited about that. So
I'm getting that one.
Yeah.
Hey, awesome. Taylor, thank you for the follow. I'm going to follow you back right now, Taylor.
That's awesome. All right. Well, any other words of wisdom from either of you two before we wind it down?
Ooh,
nothing from Tom.
Oh, yeah. What's a good piece of advice? Use Coca-Cola when you barbecue.
There you go. Pro tip.
Life pro tip right there.
That's amazing.
Hey, and if you're ever interested to see what a massive werewolf cock looks like, head over to Kickstarter. # Sweet Cheeks graphic novel. Erotic satire comedy graphic novel.
I am so excited for this book, dude. It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, right on. Well, with that, you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to continue posting them in the comments. We will respond as quick as we can. Mikey, thank you so much for joining us, and I trust we will have you back on again soon.
Yeah.
And for those of you in the Sioux Falls area, definitely keep an eye on the shelves, because product is coming to put on the shelves for Frankenstein, which will be amazing. And then also Sweet Cheeks, most likely we'll probably have to just get a little room in the store maybe for that too.
Okay. Sealed. So, they'll be sealed though. So
they'll be
you
sealed.
Can't open them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. You have to buy them to open them.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and shut it down then, you guys. Thank you so much, Comic Book Genie, Mikey, aka Comic Book Genie, for being here. We are Comic Book Look, so on the socials, you can find us right here where you're watching us right now. But if you're tuning in to YouTube, join our Facebook group, A Comic Book Look, to continue the conversation. We'd love to have you. If you do have anything that you want us to talk about or any feedback or anything like that, send us a note, acomicbooklook@gmail.com. On the Twitters, I am @JohnOnDemand. Tom is @TomStewDivine. And collectively, we are @A Comic Book Look. And gosh, I think that's about it. We are proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. How about that?
Most importantly,
Most importantly.
Boys at Rainbow, the Mecca, my #1 place. I'm there every Wednesday. I went like 3 times this last week because I had to get supplies, and and there was a Black Friday sale. So yeah, it was
which was awesome.
Love it.
Which was awesome. Yeah. We are definitely proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, 42nd Minnesota Avenue in the Sioux Falls area. And if you are in Lincoln, Nebraska, brand new location has just opened up. Tim and Taylor are crushing it. They are at 70th and A in the Clock Tower Square, I think is what it's called. They share an entryway with the Husker store, which is awesome. So very sweet space though, and comic-tacular to the nines. Taylor's got everything looking beautiful and awesome, so life's good. Plus they have like 4 restaurants right there in their area, so I'm super jealous of that. Yeah. So and with that, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. And when we shut it down, you guys know the drill. As always, we are 605 strong. We keep networking it, and we keep it comics for sure.